Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we bring you gist on Toyin Abraham as she took to her Instagram page to advise her fans to do whatever they do, and they should make sure that in whatever they do, they should make sure that they are themselves. They do me, do you. That's what she advised each and everyone to do as they are rounding up this year 2021. Well, she wrote a long epistle where she stated so many things that are quite personal. Well, she wasn't pointing fingers or she wasn't referring to herself directly, but then she let them know that life can be dicey and people will always have something to say regardless of whatever it is that you try to do in this life. If you try to be yourself, they will talk. If you don't try to be yourself, they will talk. If you marry into a rich house, they call you a gold digger. If you marry into a poor house, they call you a classless person. In fact, don't let me give you all of the gist. Let me say it as she has said it herself. She took to her Instagram page sharing the picture of herself and adding a caption saying, and I quote, "Hey guys, I know a lot of people will be listing their New Year resolutions. However, I just want to drop friendly remember as we go into the new year. Whatever you do, do you. Do what makes you happy. Help people, support people, come through when you are needed, go where you are wanted. Do everything you want to do, because at the end of the day, you will be alone in the grave and no one will go in the grave with you. Because life is as dicey as it can get and people will always have something to say regardless. If you are being supportive, they will say you are farming or you are everywhere. If you do not show up, they will say you don't want to see people grow. If you are invited to an event and you go, they will say you are too accessible. If you don't, you are not a good person. If you marry from a humble background, they will say you are classless and married low. If you marry someone rich, you will be called a gold digger. If you marry someone you are older than, they say you just want to be in control. If you marry someone older than you, they question if you truly love this person and come up with ridiculous scenarios. If you post what you have, they say you are showing off. If you don't, they call you poor. If you try to be real, they call you ras or local. If you act classy, they call you fake. If you are taking care of your skin, they say you are bleaching. If you don't, they call you dirty and start to compare you to another. If you say something on social media, they say you are talking to someone. If you don't, they call you boring. At the end of the day, just choose yourself and do you. People will always talk. Learn to also let people be themselves. Stop entitlement and stop reading meanings to everything. It is really not that deep and we can always just let people be and breathe. Happy New Year in advance." End quote. This was Toyin Abraham letting our fans, our followers, and whoever cares to read our post know that the best thing you can do is do you. And this is quite a positive review and a positive suggestion and advice to our followers and our fans. Analyzing all of these statements and written by Toyin Abraham, statements represent a lot of things in our life, because before you can give an advice, you cannot pour from an empty cup. It has to be from some of the experiences you yourself have had over the years, and for you to be able to give one or two advice from your experiences, as you can't pour from an empty cup. Some people in the comment section troop down and start saying, why do I feel like Toyin is talking to Funke Akindele? She already said it. Do not read meanings to everything, and this is so true. Any sneeze that they do, they start referring and relating it to the fact that, oh, it's because Funke Akindele and Toyin Abraham are not on good terms, and she's definitely referring to this and stuff like that. Well, in some of her statements, without being biased, it says a lot about all of the things that had happened between the two of them over the past, from the gist of their movies being released on the same date, and the Yabo Ojo interfering, people calling names, fans and followers batching each other, and trying to make these two actresses, or three actresses so to say, go headlockers with each other. Although Yabo Ojo came out and went headlocks with Funke Akindele, but at the same time, Toyin Abraham doesn't care about this, because she made this known that she is not in any competition with anybody, but rather she's in a competition with herself. The only thing that she wants to be better at is seeing herself being better than herself previous years back, and that is what concerns her the most. And speaking of the fact that if you marry from a humble background, people will still call you classless, this is so true, because in the case of Kolawole Ajayemi, they have said so many things about this guy and Toyin Abraham, but now look at how their family is flourishing, and now they can be referred to as couples that people look forward to and hope to have a beautiful home like they do. And the fact that she shares so much on her social media, people are beginning to question, like, is it every time you show this, is it every time you show off? Like she said in her statement, if you show off, you show what you have, they call you someone that shows off. If you don't show off, they will say you are poor, you don't have anything to show off as well. Recalling also that Kolawole Ajayemi went down to his mother-in-law's place, handed her a car key, and Toyin Abraham's mother was seen praying for Kolawole Ajayemi, saying that your son or your children will also bless you with this kind of gift you have given me. Next thing, in comment section, people started questioning the fact that where the mother is staying is not good enough, there's no security, what she needs is a proper house and not a car. They should get her a proper place that seems more secured. So people came out and say, you are staying in a beautiful place, a well-furnished apartment, or probably your house. You say you have 2 houses, and yet your mother is staying in this kind of place. How can? And at the same time, this car that Kolawole is presenting to your mother, are you sure you're not the one who bought it for your mother? And you are telling Kolawole to present all of this to your mother just to make him look like a good son-in-law and portray something else to we the fans. And also recalling that Toyin Abraham took to her Instagram page to share pictures of a vacation with her family, and also sharing a family portrait where they were all adorned in red outfits, and taking out time to wish their fans and loved ones a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. The same thing when Funke Akindele and her husband also did the pajamas thing for the Christmas season. Everyone went down and people started saying, because Toyin did this, you also want to do this with your husband. I mean, so many back and forth, and this is Toyin letting our fans know that, see, it is not everything you read meanings to, it is not everything you give your own meaning or whatever it is that you think up in your head. The best thing is to do you. If you talk too much, they say you talk too much. If you act cool, they say you are farming. If you don't show yourself on social media, they'll say you are hiding. If you show yourself, they'll say you are doing too much. But the best part of all of this is to make yourself happy, help people, support people, come through when you are needed, go where you are wanted, do everything you want to do, because at the end of the day, you will be alone in the grave and no one will go with you. Despite the fact that Toyin Abraham took her time to give this advice to her followers and tell them that, see, this is what it is. I post this, I do this, I do that. Doesn't mean I'm outdoing myself. Still yet, we still saw some fans who came under the comment section and still said that Toyin Abraham is still referring to Funke Akindele. I mean, she has just stated all of her facts. Well, this is Toyin urging her fans to desist from being someone else, and at the same time stop reading meaning to everything that you see online. They might just be there because it might not be that deep. Well guys, there you have it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comment in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye.